In Volleyball Legends, Oigawa has the most overpowered rainbow serve, but apparently you can save it using Kamiro's super dive. Dude, I didn't even know you could do that. And that's just one of the 21 crazy myths that we'll be busting in this video, including one that literally lets you trade styles with other players. But before we check that out, let's move on to number 2, which is apparently if you just DM the owner and ask for spins, he'll give them to you. But I do have to wait for his response, so let's move on to the next one. You can get it on top of the lobby just by climbing up here, I guess. So let's go ahead and just jump up here. I think you can jump up here. And it looks like this one is true. I'm on top of the lights, on top of the lobby. No one can see me up here. Myth busted. Let's move on to the next one. The next myth that we're going to be testing, basically you can climb up this ladder, and then we're going to be seeing if we can jump off and spike it across and get a point. But this might take a while. Oh my gosh. Please. Oh my gosh. No! That was a good try. That was a good try. Oh my gosh. No! Right here, right here. No! Dude, that was probably the closest chance we had yet, dude. Oh my gosh. Oh! Oh my gosh! Wait! No way! Let's go!
Is that LeBron?
Myth confirmed. That one is true. Let's go, bro. So the next one we're gonna test if you can use boom jump while serving. So I'm gonna throw it up. Boom jump. Okay, so you can, but I was S-tilting and it went out of bounds. So that's probably not the best way to use it. So even though I messed up, that myth is confirmed true. Let's move on to our next one. All right, so apparently if I use my shield breaker right before I serve, it's called a thunder spike, and it goes much faster. So basically, I just gotta use my shield breaker right before I serve. Let's try this. Boom, boom, boom. So I think it used to work, but I don't think this one works anymore. So from what I know, this myth is busted. This one is false. All right, so the next myth is that you can set the ball over the net when serving. Usually, you know, you'll jump and spike it, but let's see if we can just set it over. Hold on. Oh, I foot faulted. All right, let me try that again. Let me go ahead and just boom, and then set it over. Can't walk in yet. Okay, it works. So that myth is busted. That one is confirmed true. You can set it over. All right, so apparently for this next myth, you can do a rainbow spike. So first, you have to hit a rainbow first, and then you just set it over the net. Okay, that's rainbow. Set it over. Wait for them to hit it. I have to be the one to spike it. So I need my teammate to receive that, please. Yo. Nice. Oh! Wait. Oh my gosh, that was so much more powerful. I guess it works, but I want to score a point with it. Let me try it again. Oh, I got to get rainbow here. Boom, got it. Set it straight over. Wait for them to hit it. Okay. I need him to set this. Nice. Oh my gosh. It's so powerful. Wait. Yo, that's crazy. All right, myth busted. That one is true. Rainbow spike is possible. Okay, and for this next myth, we're going to be seeing if the zero gravity set can save a max Oigawa serve. We're going to see if Moonball can save it. Okay, so Moonball can save it. It'll just sit in the air and you will fall backwards, but it does actually save it. So that myth is busted. That one is true. Moving on to our next myth. All right, so for this next one, it's something similar. We're just going to see if Moonball can actually save the max Oigawa serve. Here we go. Can Moonball save it? Okay, so it knocks you back, but the Moonball sends it right back over. So this myth is confirmed true. The Moonball can save the max Oigawa serve. Moving on to the next one. For this next one, we have two time skip Kageyamas and a time skip Inoto. Basically, we're going to see if the double time skip Kageyama set works. Whoever first receives it has to be setting one way already, and then the other time skips Kageyama sets it back the other way, and then you spike it down. Okay, so we didn't score off it, but it does work. We know it works. Oh my gosh. Wait. Oh my gosh. Wait. Okay, so it still works. That myth is busted. It is confirmed true, but I'm going to try and score with it. Here we go. Pass my teammate. Oh, we got it. Yes, sir. So that one works. Moving on to the next one. Okay, so apparently if you use curve spike when you're serving, you come to this back corner, throw it up, hold back and left. It should go over. And it would have landed, but they saved it. So that goofy kind of curve spike does work, but unfortunately, it is not a good way to score. I can't lie. So that myth is busted. That one is true. Okay, so for this one, apparently if you set and then dive immediately, you get this kind of like weird snake animation. Looks like this one's true. Let me just set right here and then spam dive. Okay, so that one is true. You get this kind of snake animation. And apparently, you can use this to do what's called a snake jump. So it's the same thing. You just do the dive and then jump. And score right off it. Oh my gosh. Wait, that's actually insane. But that myth is busted. That one is confirmed true. All right, for this next myth, we're going to just see if we can serve with steel block. I think if I S-tilt, it goes farther. So I'm going to do this. Steel block. And I decided to spike it for some reason instead of block. So let me retry that one. I'm going to pop this and just block across. Okay, so it doesn't even work. It doesn't even let you block it. So myth busted. You cannot use steel block to serve. That one is false, unfortunately. All right, so apparently if you're under level 15 in Volleyball Legends, apparently you cannot spin a secret style even if you have lucky spins. So I'm gonna go ahead, make a new account, and we're gonna log into Volleyball Legends and see if I can even get one. Brand new Sanu account, banger username, and sign up. All right, and we just got flashbangs with the light mode, bro. Okay, but hold on, let's go Volleyball Legends. Here we go. Already came up. Perfect. Boom. Okay, perfect. And we're gonna log in here. Go. All right, we're level 1 Hinodo. Let's go to styles. And as you can see in the top right, secret styles do not unlock until level 15. It unlocks level 15. So if you're a brand new player, you have to get level 15 before using your lucky spins if you want a secret style. So this myth is busted. This one is confirmed. It is true. Moving on to the next one. So apparently, just like the snake dive that we just did, I'm now using Camiro. The snake dive is enhanced because obviously he has his dive ability, so I can just go crazy. And I'll hit back tilt right here. Okay, they saved it, but it does work. All right, hold on. Let me try and score with this. 1 sec. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, it works. It works. Myth busted. Camiro snake dive does work. That one is true. All right, so apparently my friend told me if you live in North America and you're gonna queue for rank, you can literally just set it to Australia and you'll get players with high ping and you'll be fine. So you just destroy them. We got Australia selected and we're North American, so let's try this out. Okay, so we're queued in Australia servers. Me and my teammate are both from the US. Let's just try this and see what ping we're perfect ping and they're 200. OMG, it worked. It works. So myth busted. If you are NA and you queue on Australian servers, you have perfect ping and the other team has 200. I don't advise you to do this though, but moving on to the next one. But before we move on, Protori just DM'd me back and said, sure bro, load up your game. So I'm gonna load my game right now and see if I have infinite spins. Okay, so I just loaded into a new lobby. Let me go to my style tab and see. There's no way he actually gave it to me, bro. So myth busted. This one is confirmed true. If you ask Protori for infinite spins, he'll just give it to you. But before we move on to the next one, what if I told you that was an overlay the whole time? And this myth is actually false. You cannot DM Protori for free spins. Same with the trading tab, unfortunately, but this would be cool. If I fooled you though, you have to subscribe and drop a like on the video. Okay, so apparently you can serve fully backwards using redirection jumps. So I'll just do this, jump. And so that does work, but I messed up because I didn't tilt forwards. But that myth is busted. That one is true. For this next one, I think if you spike it towards your teammate and he does a spike in the air as well, you can do a double spike and score. No way, bro. So this one is true. You can do a double spike. Moving on to the next one. I've also been told if you leave right before the 25th point when losing in ranked, you don't lose your streak. So let's try it. Loading into the game. Let's see what happens. And it does not save your streak, so do not leave your teammates in ranked. You will lose your streak. But if you guys did enjoy that video, please be sure to drop a like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace!